temple lovers and Egyptian burial sites fans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and this is Curves on the Road. Today's video will be about Luxor in Egypt. I'll take you to the beautiful places and show you around. Follow me. The biggest and most impressive temple of the ancient Egypt is in Karnak. Karnak means fortified village in Arabic. It counts as the largest building for religious purposes in the world, and it was being built for over 2000 years, from 2055 BC to around 180. All of these sphinx are ram head and lion body, and they represent the god that this temple is dedicated to, and that's Amun-Ra. The head is of the god, and if you can see the tiny statue under the chin of the ram, that's the pharaoh. This temple complex and another very interesting sites that I'm going to show you in this and following videos were all collectively designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979.
And the two other status for Ramses III are different than the first one. Why? Because sometimes when you go to the museum, when you go to the temple, you will see sometimes the king put his 2 feet close to each other like this, and the 2 hands crossed on his chest like this. We say this is the position of the god Osiris as a mummy. So all the ancient Egyptian kings, they want to take the form of a mummy. The same like the god of the eternal life. Why? Because all the Egyptian kings, they want him to be happy, satisfied from him, to help him to go to the paradise. But sometimes you see the king like this, or like Ramses III, the left leg in front of the right leg, and the king holding just a piece of cloth in his hand like this. Why? Because he doesn't want to say for you, I am a king. He wants to say for you, I am the army leader. I am the warrior.
Okay.
So this is a position for the king as a warrior, and this is a position for the king as a pharaoh.
The main temple of the god Amun-Ra was built by Ramses III. You can see his statue here, and this is his wife. We will now proceed to another king, Sethi. This is the warrior king, the biggest warrior, and Ramses is the biggest builder.
This was the greatest warrior. He had 17 military campaigns. He didn't lose any battle during his life.
We're at my favorite part of Karnak, the column hall. It's amazing, and now newly they are doing the reconstruction of the hieroglyphics, and they are finding colors in the lower layers. So some of the columns are not only this beautiful reliefs, but they also have color. Amazing.
The biggest high-profile temple in the world. How many columns in front of you? We have 134 columns. It was built by the king Seti first, and it was relieved, and it was decorated and colored by his son, the king Ramses.
Like the lights that are playing, you know, between the columns, that's just magnificent. This part is called the Great Hypostyle Hall. Hypostyle means the roof was lying on the columns without need of arches. As you could see, I was very inspired by this place. The hieroglyphs didn't have only a religious symbolism. They were also telling very precious information about the history, about the pharaohs, the battles, and their achievements.
This is the name where he is from. I will tell you two names for two different places, for two different cities. We still have these two names till today. Like one in Israel today, this one, you see the two feather? This is mean E in English. This line, it's mean L. And this is a small bird, it mean O or W. This is a loaf of bread, this is a hieroglyphic letters. It means T. If you can read it in English, you can say Elut. Elut, now in the south of Israel, on the sea, in the Red Sea, we call it Eilat. Okay.
So it's in Israel now.
Yes, known as well. This is Elut.
This is the sacred lake of the mother goddess Mut. Obelisk of Hatsepshut, hidden by her son. We will talk some more about Hatsepshut and her son Thutmose III in the Hatsepshut's temple. And the statue of the sacred animal, the beetle scarab. And if you circle it, you might get pregnant, so I kept my distance from that fella. Carmel, are you alive? Yes, you are. Hey. And here we have the living incarnation of the goddess Bastet. Before we proceed to our next location, I would like to say a big thank you to our travel agency Emo Tours. They were amazing. We had a private car with a private tour guide, and it was a great experience. I highly recommend them. And now to the Temple of Hatsepshut. We're standing at the temple of the only female pharaoh, Hatsepshut. She ruled Egypt as the only woman in history. Girl power. A little tractor-pushed train will take you from the main entrance to the temple itself. Hatsepshut is the best known female pharaoh in the ancient Egyptian history. After the death of her husband, she reigned instead of her stepson Thutmose III.
Hatshepsut, she ruled Egypt for 20 years. It was peaceful times. She was not interesting to fight with anybody. She was
Woman.
interesting, yeah.
She focused on the economical prosperity and architecture. Her architect Senenmut is buried in one of the tombs in the mountains, and rumor says he was also her lover.
She's holding in her hand the famous Egyptian gift. In her, we call it the cave life, the ark. You know, it's like the cross. You see her? The cross? Okay, it's like a cross. This is the cave life. In front of her, we can see the female goddess, Hathor, the cow goddess, the goddess of motherhood.
Since Thutmose III was only 2 years old when he was supposed to become a pharaoh, Hatshepsut became the regent, and later on she made herself a pharaoh, and she even wore male clothing and the false beard. Unfortunately, after her death, her son and grandson were trying very hard for people to forget her. They even had her face removed from the paintings, and they had her name removed from the cartouches. In the palace there are countless frescoes, for example the god of the death Anubis, or the pharaoh giving offerings to the gods, as well as scenes from the normal life. Be careful, there are lots of people who might want to trick you into, giving them their phone to take your pictures. They're not doing it from goodwill, they want money. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a pharaonic thumb up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day and bye!